everybody, how y'all doing? This is Jada Lynn. Welcome to In the Raw. This is the channel where we discuss narcissism, what it looks like, what it sounds like, and what is up close and personal in your face. Okay, now today with this video, I wanted to name it People Pleasing is Not Being Nice. Okay, this is for us. This is for us. This is, the video where I kind of break down one point of why maybe we find ourselves in situations like this and we can't get out of it. Not saying no. A lot of us grew up in homes where, we may have had narcissistic parents. In order for the parent to do something for us, we had to do something for them. That they would promise us that they would do something for us at the end of it, but we had to do this first. And then after we did what they wanted us to do, we never would receive that love. We never would receive what we wanted. They would, manipulate us like that to get what they wanted. Or maybe we just have a fear of not being liked by people. You know what I'm saying? Or, maybe you grew up in a home where, your opinion was not accepted. Maybe you had a very strict mom or a strict father, you know what I'm saying, things like that, and you just weren't able to. There's a lot of different reasons, and it always goes back to home. Everything goes back to the childhood. But my thing is that I always felt like I said no. I didn't want to say no because I would feel guilty for saying no, or I felt obligated in some kind of way. I didn't want to make anybody upset. I didn't want to rock the boat, and creating all kinds of tension, and I couldn't deal with it because it just didn't feel good, and so I just went ahead and I just said yes, and it was a huge trade-off because I'm over here feeling crappy and they over there happy. And I always ended up with the crappy end of the stick, but I couldn't be upset with them because, like, when you really think about it, I couldn't complain about it. I couldn't play the victim because I said yes. And do you hear what I'm saying? So my thing is like, one of the things that I did learn about not saying no is when you say yes, you're saying no to yourself. You're abandoning yourself. You know what I'm saying? You are abandoning yourself, and that's just what it is. And you put yourself in that situation, and you can't be mad at anybody else but yourself. But you don't be mad at yourself in a judgmental way. You just learn from it and try not to do it again. And I know it's hard because, trust me, I done been there. I struggled with this. I haven't mastered it, but I struggled with it, and I've gotten better with it. I've worked with it, and I will say no to you and just like that now. But there are some, where I still need to work on it. I'm a work in progress, you know what I mean? But my thing is that I want to bring to your attention of how I made that one step in the direction to try to overcome it. And that's when I was with one of the narcs, I believe it was a covert, and he had a gig as usual, and this time I told him I wasn't going. And the very next day, I actually had an audition. I told him that I had an audition coming up, and with this audition, he just knew that he was going. I told him no. I'm gonna bring my baby girl. My daughter's gonna come with me. And he was shocked. Like, I think he started to try to start a little something, but for me, it was more like he was more shocked than he was upset. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, I was being assertive. I said no, number one. Number two, I was being assertive. I had a plan, number three, and number four, it had nothing to do with him. So yeah, he was shocked because, and then the other part of it, yeah, he was a little upset because you got to understand, these people, these narcissistic people, they like to be, you know, hands-on. They like to have control over it. They have to be in control. They got to know what you doing, who you doing it with, where you going, what time you gonna be there, what kind of clothes you wearing. They have to know all of this stuff. Everybody, they gotta know who's gonna be there. That's the reason why they want to go, because they're insecure and they feel like there may be a chance that you could be cheating on them when they're guilty of doing that themselves. But whatever, no, I shut everything down. I just said no. I said, no, I'm not going to your gig. No, you're not coming to my audition. My daughter will be coming with me. And it had nothing to do with him. And I went to this audition and I enjoyed it and I aced it. You know what I'm saying? I passed it. You know what I'm saying? I sung my little songs and I passed it and I got in. And you know what? It was the biggest accomplishment that I had ever made. It felt so good. And that was the beginning steps of me saying no, not just in relationships, but in my everyday life. It really helped me out. And this is why I'm really like pushing the awareness of narcissism. This is why I'm making these videos, so that y'all can see what it looks like and sounds like up close and personal in your face from a person like myself who done struggled with it. Now, I have childhood wounds, and I'm going to get to that in a lot of other my future videos. I have problems that I would love to discuss with you guys as to the reason why, you know, narcissistic prone, you know, and things like that. But you know, we are all work in progress. So the key to it all is to acknowledge these things, but not judge yourself, because you can fix this. You can fix it. You know, everybody's situation is different, but I believe that you can fix this, because if I did it, I know you can. And if you can just have somebody like me who could just talk to you, or, you know, through the TV or through the, you know, your little video or whatever, your phone, and share with you that I have the same problems and issues like how you do, but this is how I'm overcoming it. You know, I'm not letting it overcome me anymore. So I just want to throw my little two cents up in there, because I feel like you saying yes, you're not really being nice, because you're not being nice to yourself. And not only that, you not being nice to everybody else, you being a pushover, because that's exactly what I was. You know, people knew that I was going to say yes, and they took their chance, and that's just what it was. In that relationship, I said yes on every occasion, because I didn't know what was going to come if I said no. So I had this fear that if I said no, something was going to happen, but nothing happened. And they run with that fear, because they want you to feel like they're so superior over you that, you know, there's something to be feared if you say no to me. And it ain't even none of that. I'm telling you, I just got more shockness. Like, oh, no, she didn't. Yes, I did. And it felt good. And it's going to feel good when you do it too, boo. Okay, now, I'm out of here, y'all.